Liam, finished 3-0 to Solihull, hat-trick for one of their players there. Bit disappointing overall.
Yeah, listen, let's be honest. On the day, they were better than us. Yeah. They showed a lot more experience, a lot more know-how, and it's a good. Sometimes in life you got to have a learning curve, and this was a bit of a learning curve for us. We lost the game against Altrincham. Really, we should never have lost. We lost the game today, which we should have lost.
Yeah.
But them two games have come up short in whatever way. You know, there's bits where certain people need to be stronger, certain people need to be more switched on, certain people need to check the runners, certain times they need to be a bit braver. But overall, I said I've got no complaints. Got no complaints about the performance, apart from we know we can be better. They were better than us, so no gripe about that. The one thing I would say is, it's easy as players and it's easy as fans to cheer and clap and show respect to one another at the end. So I just sat back and just looked, and at the end I was wondering how curious our players were going to be, because when I played it was sort of like, yeah, fine when you win, and then when you get beat just get off. And I said, but they went back and done what they've been doing when they've been winning, and showed the amount of respect back to the fans as they've been given to us throughout the game, which is brilliant. And as I said, you win together, we lose together, and you know, we haven't lost for a long time.
Yeah.
But we've lost today, deservedly lost today.
Yeah.
And so we've just got to make sure Tuesday we're right, and you know, we put a performance in, and you know, make sure we consolidate ourselves in the top 7.
Yeah. Injuries, my goodness, we're having a bit of a run, aren't we, now, with Josh Marmy's out for a while, I believe, and Niall's gone off today. Where does it end?
Oh, it happens. It happens. Football happens. If you say we've had part and parcel of injuries throughout the season, if you think Russ is just coming back, he broke his ankle on the second game of the season away at Spennymoor, so he's just about. Obviously George has been out long term with a broken leg, so he's got another 65 minutes today at Marine, which is good. Josh Amani's going to be out another now 6 weeks, had a scan, so that was the injury on Boxing Day. Liam's struggling a little bit with his knee. That how quickly it settles, I'm not sure, but I think Tuesday will be too soon for him.
With Niall went off today.
Niall's done his hamstring.
Oh gosh.
Doesn't look a good one, so that's another month out. So as you said, it's all over the pitch. That there's bits, but you know, on the balance of play, I thought Doug was outstanding. I think that was as good a performance as you'd see, whether it was at right back, whether it was a right hand side of a 3, or whether it was in the middle. He was outstanding.
I think Doug and Jack Bainbridge, to me, they stood out, didn't they? They weren't overawed by any of that today.
You know, Isaac come on was lively. Connor come on, showed bits. You know, but you know, today's gone. We've just got to keep on getting ourselves right. Little setback, and we just go again. Obviously Tyler's come in, which is what we need, especially with the injury to Josh. But he's someone he really stood out to me when we actually beat Farsley 5-0 in the FA Cup the other year.
Oh right, yeah.
And you're seeing a kid playing, and he was only young. He covered every blade of grass. He's strong, he's physical, he's got a great engine, good pace, typical my type of player. And since then there's always been that interest. So to actually finally get him to Southport, I think it's a good coup for us. I think he's got to let me try and guide his career in the fact, try and find out what is the best position, because he plays all over the pitch. I think he's got to nail one down and stick to it, and then we've got to actually help him in that way, and he's got to help us whilst, you know, we carry on trying to win games. Yeah.
You're having your work cut out as a manager at the moment, aren't you? Because we are short of players. The squad is short now. How's it looking for you? How do you feel about that?
Well, obviously you come off and then automatically you start thinking of Tuesday and the team. So, you know, in my mind, could we put a really strong 11 out? 100% we can. Could we put 5 on the bench, which we're going to make a difference? Well, we can only use 3. So am I comfortable with what, if we bring no one in between now and Tuesday, am I comfortable? Yeah, I am. I'm fine. People want to bring up the George issue. at Marine. Well, George Newell's coming back from a double leg break. He's played 190 minutes in a year. So for me, listen, George Newell's the future for us.
Yeah.
That's without a doubt.
Yeah.
I said, I'm a great fan. I think he's got the, you want to say the Marcus, the bit in him, the work rate from the top. I said, but do you think that'd be right to actually bring someone back who hasn't played 90 minutes in over 12 months and throw him in? Marine have been good, and it'll work for George, whereas he can build up his fitness, he can build up his confidence and his touch. You can't go out with anything for a year and then your touch is automatically straight there, especially when you've had a double leg break. So sometimes you've got to actually put the player before the situation.
Longer term situation.
Yeah, and I said, George, you'd like to think will be at the football club a long time. He's only a kid. He's incredibly popular in the changing rooms. He's incredibly popular with the fans. So I don't want to put him in a position where I'm actually going to mistreat him. We've got to treat him right to get the player back, because it was a horrendous injury.
Yeah. We lost Marcus Carver this week, which obviously has been a big talking point. Great opportunity for Marcus. People have seen it maybe as a lack of ambition that we've got rid of our leading scorer. Your thoughts on that, Liam?
Lack of ambition. Well, I think that's dead simple with Marcus. He's 28 years of age. He's absolutely been brilliant for us this season. Brilliant, not only on the pitch but in the changing rooms, being around the players. He's been good as gold. He's got 2 young kids, and he's worked so hard to get back in the Football League. And at 28 years of age, if he goes and trebles his wages, will that have an impact on his life? Well, it should do. Should certainly help his kids. And he's had a contract at the end of the season. You're getting teams lower than a level lower than us would be able to offer him double what he's on at Southport. And that doesn't mean to say that's right, but you know, that's where some people are, and we're not at that position. I don't think we ever want to be in that position where you're going to be paying people double what they should be on. I said, but that's what happens, and you know, reality, we've got to enjoy it. We've got to respect his time he's at the club. I think there'll always be a connection with Southport and Marcus. And you know, but Jordan's got to step up the plate. Connor, who anyone who knows wants to talk footy, I believe he's a forward. I believe I can turn him into a forward. People might question lots of decisions I've made over the years in turning, moving positions. And if you go back to Carl Baker as a centre midfielder and ends up a right midfielder, Dion was a right winger and ended up a striker. So there's lots of people who sometimes one manager sees something someone else doesn't, and I do believe with Connor. Connor's got to step up to the plate. He's no longer the kid. He's been here long enough now to deliver. He started the season great, then he ended up getting shin splints, was out for 7 weeks, and then he's coming back. But I think Connor Woods can be very, very dangerous. Obviously we started now today, he's unfortunately got injured. We've got George to come back, we've got Jordan Archer. I think we've got loads of firepower on him. Yeah.
Well, going forward then, are we anywhere near getting a replacement for Carver, or is the money on the table to get some replacements in for players like Marcus?
Well, just said, I honestly believe the replacement's already in the club. So am I going out and going to sign a forward? No. I said the day Marcus went, I had loads of agents texting me with forwards who, would you be interested in this player and that player? There's millions of players out there, but are they better than what we've got already? No chance. So I'm happy where we are. I said people are just going to have to trust that. It's the way I've always worked anyway. I'm not going to be forced into going and bringing someone in for the sake of it. You know, you see people riding high and you're going, I want more players, another player, and all of a sudden it falls apart. I said we've just got to make sure that we actually stay solid as a group and, you know, keep on trying to improve what we've got.
We go again on Tuesday, don't we? The games are coming thick and fast. Bradford on Tuesday.
Bradford, I went and watched them on Monday. You know, Gateshead started really well. Bradford showed real good spirit, pulled 2 goals back in the first 5 minutes of the second half, and you know, they probably think if they could have hung on into it, they might have nicked something. But you know, Gateshead, who I do think are the best team in the league, have actually gone on and won the game. I think they've gone on and won again today at Hereford. So, but yeah, so Bradford have had a break on Saturday. We haven't. So a little bit of an advantage, but they've got to come to us. We're on a great run in the league, so you know, hopefully, I hope it'll be a good performance.
Yeah, just one final thing I noticed at the end, the lads' heads didn't drop today, did they? And they were still putting in the work at the end, weren't they? And you must be pleased with that.
Absolutely. I said, there was no arguing, no pointing.
No.
Well, people made errors. People made errors have led to goals.
Yeah.
I said, but you know, you see the spirit in there. That's great for me as a manager to look at them in the eye. I said, no one's cheated one iota. No. They've all had a go. And I said, you know, the ones who come on, Russ got on the ball. He was only on for 15 minutes, but 15 minutes where he actually
passing around well,
he got on the ball. Isaac was lively, really lively, and as you said, Connor showed flashes. So between the three of them, they've all done all right, and we just get through a little bit of a period when we've got injuries and go from there.
Brilliant. Thanks very much, Liam.
No problems.